Now, today is update day, and that means we get a sneak peek at some of the new 7 stars coming up this month. And oh my goodness, I honestly just was not expecting 7 stars of this caliber, right? And we have 5 new 7 stars this month, which is a pretty good amount. I think there was one month where it was like over 10 or something. It was quite insane, but it's a bit more chill this time around. However, the quality of champions is just absurd. So let's just dive right into it, starting with Bullseye. Now, this one is, expected, right? But I want to give my thoughts on Bullseye just real quick because I want to make my own video on him, like his spotlight and everything, pretty soon. So I think Bullseye so far does look pretty promising. I don't think I saw like any flaws with this champion from the deep dive. The damage output looks pretty fine, like his rotation doesn't seem too bad either. He looks really fun to play as well, and the defensive value of this champion looks insane. So I feel like he will want to be awakened kind of, because that gives him Purify, and that'll make him really strong with the recoil masteries, which I feel like he does want as an attacker. So a 7-star Bullseye cannot Purify at all, and he also doesn't take reduced damage from like Power Sting. So the 7-star Bullseye is missing some things for sure, especially with like recoil masteries, but I think a 7-star Bullseye is still a very good two-way champion. So yeah, I think Bullseye is probably exciting me the most out of both White Tiger and him. So I just cannot wait for this champion, and I really just want to play him already. But now we have the other champion this month, which is White Tiger. Now, White Tiger, she's an odd one. She looks very like complicated, but her text, like her description, is really small. So there is not that much info for her, but what she does looks really broad, right? So I think this champion is gonna have a ton of fans because of course she will. It's White Tiger. We all know the story with her, right? The 50.5% that just barely beat her for the Summoner's Choice 2023, and then Gladiator came out. Gladiator was a massive miss, so they're like, okay, we should have got White Tiger, right? We should have voted for her. And then what happens? She gets added, and she looks a lot more promising than Gladiator. So this is honestly a really crazy scenario for sure to start 2024. But I think White Tiger does look very promising. She has access to Power Steel, some very strong damage output, and she looks like a special spammer as well, which is really cool. So I think as a Mystic character, she'll perform pretty well. She also does have Purify, which is really unique for a Mystic character. I think she is actually the first ever Mystic character to have Purify, so that's pretty dang unique. And the 7-star White Tiger, I feel like, is going to be the best one by far because her Awakened ability just doesn't really seem all too impactful. It gives her a fear passive at the start of the fight, but the fear passive isn't really like super strong, and also it gives her a power gain when like the fight's about to end or you're about to like get KO'd. So I feel like it doesn't have too much use overall, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, these are the 2 champions this month that are new. But now let's talk about the new 7-star additions, most likely being added to the Titan pool this month. Now, I'll go from least exciting to most exciting, but all these champions are going to be crazy additions. And first off is Spider-Man 2099. Now, this guy, if you don't know, he lost the Summoner's Choice for like the Titan pool. He lost to Spot, which I feel like he shouldn't have lost to perhaps, but you know what, it's in the past now, and now he is a 7-star champion. So Spider-Man 2099 is just a champion that refuses to fall off. He's still great in Alliance War for like Hazard Shift, for like photons and everything. He is still a powerhouse because of that no dex mechanic. He is buff immune. He has some pretty good damage output once he does get going. And yeah, his Wither is still one of the best in the game. However, there is one problem with Spider-Man 2099, and it is that for damage, he really does want Mag Sig. It is honestly very good for him. So if you pull him once, he's still a great utility character, but he won't hit as hard as like your Ascended 6-star because, yeah, that Rupture Refresh is really, really strong for him. But even as like a Sig 27-star, he's going to do so much work. And like as a rank 3 one, he is going to be a top tier science character. Like he honestly always has been, right? He's always been a top tier science character. His utility is just off the charts, and his usefulness, especially in Alliance War, is just crazy good. So yeah, this guy is going to be a monster, I bet, on like anyone's account. So yeah, Spider-Man 2099, first one up. Now we have Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. This one is crazy to me, and Spider-Man Stark Enhanced has had a very, very crazy life, right? When he first came out, he was part of the Holy Trinity, so he was one of the most popular champions in this game. But then as time progressed, he just didn't get that much love, and like he just didn't have a use, and he honestly fell down to like the middle of the pack for the tech class. And then Battlegrounds came out. And Battlegrounds just made Stark Spidey insane because it really showed us how versatile the champion is, because he can take so many different fights with absolute ease. Now there is a drawback to Stark Spidey, and it is his small health pool, but him being a 7-star is a massive, massive help for him because now he can give himself the block efficiency, stat focus, which makes him a lot more tankier. So this is a massive, massive plus for Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. However, he does want at least Sig 20, so if you pull this guy once, he'll still be pretty good, but you really do want to have him like at least Sig 20 because that extra bonuses from his Awakened ability is just so impactful for the character. But I still think he's going to be a great 7-star addition. But now the main event. I thought that Masacre was too good to be added as a 7-star for a while because this champion just destroys everything in Battlegrounds. He is just such an unstoppable force in that game mode, and he is just so strong damage-wise, but now he's going to be a 7-star character. And is it time for him to be a 7-star character? I really don't think so, but I guess it is time now. So yeah, Masacre is of course one of the craziest Battlegrounds attackers in the game, and that's just at a 6-star level. At a 7-star rank 3 level, this guy is going to be an instant ban, just an automatic win if you do draft him, because he's just off the charts. He can take so many different fights, and he does them so fast as well. This man is just so dangerous to have in a Battlegrounds roster. So yeah, this 7-star edition is just mind-boggling really, because his dupe isn't really that good, and he doesn't need it in the slightest to be an absolute powerhouse, and he's just going to be so strong as a 7-star character. So yeah, this one is by far the craziest addition yet. I think he might be one of the best like skill 7-stars just right off the bat. Might be the best one just straight up. I mean, there's so many good ones now, but Masacre was one that I just thought was going to be shelved for a while. So let me know your thoughts on these 7-star editions. I feel like Masacre is the best one out of all of these for sure. So I do want to try for him. And yeah, that's about it for me.